This just in, the FBI has arrested a Milwaukee man who planned a mass shooting. He is 23 years old, Sami Mohammed Hamza. He has been charged with possession of machine guns and a silencer. He had been under investigation since September 2015. Retired Lieutenant General Tom McInerney with me now. General, is this proof that we really have to make a big effort domestically? This guy is arrested, so this one is caught. What else needs to be done in the future?
Well, it stunned me when I saw it, Deirdre. The fact is, this is radical Islam at the height. He's probably inspired by ISIS, although the article doesn't say that. The article at the FBI, by the way, who I give great credit for their tradecraft in tracking him for the last year plus and the way they brought him down, but they have kind of masked the problem that he is a radical Islamist. He was going to kill at least 30 people if he could in the Masonic temple in Milwaukee. He planned for it. He wanted the repercussions to go globally, and so it is the classic thing by people being inspired by ISIS and radical Islam. Yet you never see one word in the article about Islam or radical Islam or ISIS.
All right, you mentioned this temple, the Masonic temple, so are we now to consider religious institutions as targets? I mean, France has already been dealing with this. They have had numerous shootings, especially in the South, at predominantly Jewish schools. Yes,
we should. The fact is he cased the temple, a week ago today. And I think he was probably going to execute this issue, it doesn't say, probably in the next couple of days, and that's why the FBI brought them down. As I said, they did very good casework on it, and I applaud them for it. What I challenge them on it is they haven't mentioned that it was radical Islam, and it was probably inspired by either ISIS or Al-Qaeda. It doesn't really matter because they're all radical Islamic.
General, your point is very well taken on that. I want to ask you on the theme of terrorism. ISIS is creating a thriving industry by producing and in some cases selling fake passports. So terrorists stole blank documents from Iraq, from Syria, from Libya. In fact, 2 of the terrorists who were responsible for the attacks in Paris relied on fake passports. How do we combat this? Because as you just said, with this other case, the FBI is doing excellent work. When people come here with fake paperwork, how can we protect ourselves?
Well, that's going to be very challenging for us. We have known for well over a year, 17, 18 months, that they were capturing these facilities that enabled them to put out fake passports. They aren't fake, as a matter of fact. They are duplicating what former nation states were. And I'm sure that some of them are Syrian, some of them are Libyan, a host of other nations. And we have been a little asleep at the switch. And certainly the Europeans were in Paris because, as you pointed out, Deirdre, 2 of them did have fake passports. And so everybody, Interpol, all the nation states, the border crossings, have got to be very aware that there's a high probability that they're fake passports on immigrants coming out of the Middle East, and we've got to target them and target their patterns of behavior.
Or at least screen everybody twice. I know that takes time, that takes paying some workers overtime, but I have to assume it's worth it. General, thank you so much. Retired
Thanks, Deirdre.
Lieutenant General Tom McInerney.